Hey YouTubers, this is the American Samurai coming to you almost live once again from Small Town, USA. Back again with another DVD review. Actually, this is going to be another one of my famous double features. This is the Heroes of Burke County Reunion. Original and the $5 Wrestling presents the reunion. So, I'm going to try and break it down. We'll see if I can do both in one review or not. This is considered to be the Heroes of Burke County is considered to be the movie that started the $5 wrestling phenomenon. So this is quite. It's basically done documentary style, and it's quite interesting because you have a lot of them I believe have actually come to $5 wrestling. Little Donnie, Big Donnie. There may be others, but I can't remember. I'm not sure who. But it has interviews with Little Donnie, The Hammer, J.C. Steele, High Impact. Just all. It basically shows you what wrestling is like in this little out-of-the-way county known as Burke County. You've got your up-and-coming star. You've got your basically. I want to say he's a Ric Flair knockoff. I call him Gorgeous Jeff, so I'm pretty sure he's either a knockoff of Ric Flair or Gorgeous George. Probably both, because he has that personality and he does the strut and everything. I think he used the figure four as a finisher too. It basically just shows you these guys and what wrestling's like in their county. With Jake, you have Jake Manning and everything. Overall, it's a really good documentary. I found myself fascinated by it and I watched it like all the way through. So I'm going to try and rate the individual discs. Heroes of Burke County, the original. I have to say, it's not probably one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. But it is interesting, and I quite enjoyed it. So I give that one probably about a 7 out of 10. You know, and incidentally, you can pick up this movie from highspots.com for about $10. Believe me, still $10 well spent. If you're thinking about checking out $5 wrestling, but you're not sure where to start, I would start with Heroes of Burke County. Okay, and so alright. Next, we move on to Disc 2. $5 Wrestling presents Heroes of Burke County, the Reunion. Now, what's interesting here, there are some matches that are done the $5 wrestling style of Marty Rocha and with Marty and Colt. Okay, but there are some matches that are done outside of that style, which I think is kind of unique. You don't really do that often. And one match which I really enjoyed, it was a match there was a tournament. Jake Manning he wasn't entered as his gimmick. He was actually just Jake Manning. He wasn't the Man Scout, and he had the Hammer as his manager for that match, which I thought was kind of cool. And it was the matches are really enjoyable on this DVD. The ones that are done the $5 wrestling style, and there's some that are just done, without the commentary because the video would ruin it. Believe me, you don't need commentary when the Hammer's involved. He provides enough entertainment on his own. And the interesting thing is, actually, because in the first DVD, he actually asks if he's related to Van Hammer or MC Hammer, that kind of stuff. And we find out that in the second one, that he found out that Van Hammer's actually his cousin. And he eventually, apparently at some point, he started bringing a guitar down to ringside. And the interesting thing, for those who don't remember, his bat did have a name he referred to as the Enforcer. And it's interesting because they actually look back and check up on him and see where they are now and stuff. And one of the people that didn't show for the union, aside from J.C. Steele, who had turned heel and became a manager, which seems to be a thing wrestlers do by a lot, I guess. Yeah. So basically, that's right. They were the ones who were Big Time Bray, J.C. Steele, Gorgeous Jeff, The Hammer, and Little Donnie. Those are the main ones. Yeah. Sorry. Pardon me. Anyways, that was a great concept, and I think they did a really good job with this one. I especially like the where are they now when they did that. And it was funny because the way they did it. They did like with the acting person. They basically made the hammer into like their version of the Undertaker or Bigfoot. If you've watched The Greatest of Raw, you know what I'm talking about. Because the hammer has basically gone missing. Nobody knows what happened to him. So Jake Manning was going all over town trying to find the hammer, and they kind of made him like sort of like a mythical figure, like Bigfoot with a baseball bat. And it was funny and just really interesting the way they did it. And the hammer is watching, because you never know, he may be watching this. Sign on to $5 Wrestling. If you don't have a team, I can probably find you a team. Because I know a couple guys, myself included, who would be just, if we get the hammer as our manager, we would definitely consider going to $5 Wrestling. We don't have the wrestling training, but we do have training in various fighting abilities, so just throw it out there. If the Hammer wants, that's the reason Hammer can't get in $5 Wrestling, is he can't find a good team. My guys are willing to go in as your team. But anyways, the DVD itself was also really enjoyable, and I really like what they did with it, and I enjoyed this one probably a little bit more than the second one, because the first one gave you more information. So the second one I'm going to give a 10. Both together, both DVDs together, except everything individually, but together, if you watch them back to back like I did, together they're like a 10 out of 10 all day long. Like I said, one's about a 5, one's about a 10, but when you put them both together, you got a full on 10. So, I recommend from here is Burke County, the Reunion Deluxe Edition. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's only $10 at highspots.com. Great movie. Jake Manning does a really good job. So yeah, I highly recommend picking it up. The running time is about 2 hours, and I believe me, that will probably be one of the most entertaining 2 hours you've ever seen. So until next time, it's the American Samurai saying good news, good night, good day, and stay tuned. And if you guys like this and want me to do some more $5 wrestling reviews, the only deal is I will not review any particular. I can only review what I have, and I won't review volumes 1 and 2. That's the only deal concept. Because anything else, I consider, if it's numbered, I consider it part of the main series, and I'm not going to do the main series because the tagline says that all, everything's so bad it's good. But I'll do stuff like maybe Tough Enough for $5 Wrestling, or road trips, or the live ones. Those ones I'll do if you want me to, Or if you have any suggestions of like certain $5 ones I should check out, Because I don't know if there's certain ones you think are better than others. Let me know, because I'm interested. I'm into this whole $5 wrestling thing. So, till next time, it's the American Samurai saying thanks for tuning in. I'll have another review coming up shortly, probably. So stay tuned. And now, back to the studio.